Namaste, Shabbat Shalom. My name is Ariel Halevi. Welcome to Soul Centered and welcome to Shabbat Yoga. Today we're going to explore the idea of, well, first of all, we're in Passover, so Chag Sameach, everybody. And during at the end of the two Seders, we begin to count the Omer. And while I won't go into great details of the Omer, I will say that basically for 49 days from Passover to Shavuot, we have this beautiful opportunity to really dive deeply into our attributes, in Hebrew it's called musar, so it's more like self-help. So I like to take these 49 days and really explore different traits inside of myself. And there's a beautiful idea inside of Judaism about the tree of life that lives inside all of us. And inside the tree of life are energy centers. Just like in yoga, there are chakras. In Judaism, we have this idea that there's this beautiful tree of life inside of us. And along this tree, along this path, there are sphirot. Sphirot are simply energy centers in the body. So every week we'll focus, for the next, 7 weeks, we'll focus on different attributes, qualities, energies inside of us. Yoga is a perfect way to start blending our ideas and our attributes together with our bodies, because really this exploration is a journey between body and our hearts and our souls and our spirits and our path to remembering that we are whole. That's really the entire journey of life, is to really remember that we are whole. So our tradition provides us with a structure and a path to remembering. So as we begin our yoga class, I'm going to invite you to get into a comfortable seated position if you'd like, and take your hands to your heart center if you prefer, or have your hands open. And just begin our journey this morning by taking a very deep breath in and a long breath out. And another deep breath in and a long breath out. And as we begin to explore the path our energy, our bodies, our souls will be on for the next 49 days together, we open to this first idea of chesed. Chesed is loving kindness. It's opening our hearts to the beauty and love inside of us. And it's more than just being friendly and being kind and being nice. Really, loving kindness is dropping the armor, dropping the suits of armor that we have worn over periods of time that have become habits. And as we drop those suits of armor, we allow our hearts to become wider, bigger. We allow our hearts to contain more, to give more, to receive more. And so ultimately, as we start our yoga practice, we can invite our bodies here and now to explore ways to drop the armor by moving the emotions and the debris and the history and our trauma and all of our stress and our fears collectively and our own, so that we can live more openly, so that we are able to take action in our love. So more than, and maybe as we open our palms, it's more than just feeling love. It's an action taken. It's going out and experiencing the world and experiencing love, giving without an expectation of receiving. And so taking a deep breath, and as we begin our yoga postures, I invite you to this kavanah, this intention of dropping your armor. So what does that look like for you? So as we begin, let's start in cat-cow. And as we begin, just focusing as you inhale, rounding the spine, on the armor that we wear every single day, and opening the spine. Inhale deeply and exhale. Remembering that the entire point of yoga is to release that armor. Really, it's not about being fit. It's not about getting big muscles. It's not about losing weight. It's not about focusing on the body, even though we're using the body. It's about moving away the emotions and the physicality of the body so that we can get to the soul, so we can get to love. So breathing deeply here. And then let's include our arms and our hands. So I'm going to invite you to take your left hand out, and your right leg goes to the back of you. So the hip is closed, the foot is flexed. Inhale here. Exhale as you squeeze in round the spine. And then inhale, open. Maybe the palm is up, receiving. As you exhale, bring it in. Inhale again, receive. Exhale, bring it in. And one more time, inhale, receiving. Exhale, bringing in. And coming down. Going to the left side. So right hand comes out, left leg is in back of us. Reaching out, feeling your hip close here. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale out. Just feeling your body reach out. And then inhale. Bring it in. Exhale, release. Maybe the palm is out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, out. Inhale, using the breath. And exhale out. And then coming down to all fours. Let's open up the hips. Just awakening our bodies. So we'll take our feet about hips, our feet together. Our knees are about hips width distance apart. As we make some big circles all the way around and up. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And another deep inhale, just awakening the body. So this is how we release that suit of armor that we wear. It's movement. I was just reading an article this morning with Brene Brown, and she talks about ways to release stress and anxiety and ways to take care of yourself. And number one is movement. Not for exercise sake, but to move your emotions and move your blocks out of the way so you can live open-heartedly. Take another deep breath in and a long breath out. And then coming to an extended child's pose. So our hips are wide again still. And then reaching forward, taking our forehead to the mat. And just rest for a moment. And breathe here and let yourself slow down. Let the pace of life go. Feel your body. Even though our pace of life externally has slowed down, perhaps our nervous system is still running. Perhaps we haven't stopped running inside of us. And so take a deep breath and imagine a beautiful rose at the center of your heart. And allow that rose to bloom and to get bigger and brighter and stronger. And allow it to drown out the running, the anxiety, the trauma, and the wounds that we all carry collectively and individually. And as we breathe in, coming back to center, taking our knees back to center, coming up to our downward facing dog. So first one of the day, how does your body feel in this downward facing dog? Maybe you need to walk your heels out, bending each knee, feeling your 10 fingers on the mat, letting your head drop, lifting your hips to the sky, and just come in. Take a long breath in and a longer breath out. Allow the nervous system to calm. Another deep breath in. Let's lift both heels up and exhale both heels down. Inhale, both heels up. Exhale, both heels over to the right side. Really feeling an engagement in the hamstrings. Take a deep breath here, lifting up to center, and exhale, both heels over to the left. A long inhale and a long exhale back to center. Bending the knees, looking forward and floating or walking to the front of our mats. When we get there, your feet can be apart or together as we inhale to a flat back. Engaging the core muscles, take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees a lot if you need. Inhale, reverse our swan dive. So hands come out all the way up to the sky, reaching up. And exhale, hands come to the heart center. And breathing in. Take a deep breath in. Excuse me, and a long breath out. Another deep breath in, taking our hands up to the sky, taking the palms together and lifting the four fingers. So really feeling your body grow here as the heart opens, lifting up to the sky, feeling your feet root down into the earth as we turn over, bringing ourselves over to the right side. So just start to feel that side body and that heart opening, just really opening the left side body. Excuse me. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, taking the right hand down. Left hand lifts. Again, so a real open-hearted pose here. Maybe opening up and looking into your left armpit. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, take both hands together and come on over to the left side this time. Feeling the difference between the side body here versus the other side. Breathing deeply. Inhale and exhale. Another deep breath in. And then exhale, dropping the left hand, letting the right hand come over your head. Again, maybe looking into your armpit. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another deep breath in, letting your hands join, opening the heart center. So maybe a little bit of a back bend, an early back bend. I like to cactus my arms. Take a deep breath here and a long breath out, lifting up. And then exhale, letting the heart open. Take a deep breath in. And then just letting your hands go, forward fold, all the way down to the mat, bending the knees if you need. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to a high plank. You can be on your knees here, feeling your body in one long line. So your core is engaged, your whole body is alive and electric with your heart center leading the game here. Inhale, shifting forward. You can be on your knees. Exhale, halfway down. Your elbows shave your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. So you can be right here in a little baby cobra. Exhale, so upward facing dog. Maybe your knees come off the floor, maybe they stay on the floor. Using your core, let your toes curl under. Downward facing dog pose. Beautiful. Let's do that again. Inhale, bend the knees, looking forward, walking or floating to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Hands come all the way up, reaching up to the sky. And then exhale, palms forward, all the way down. Forward fold. I'm getting hit by trees. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to the shins. Exhale again, high plank or downward facing dog or your knees. Shifting forward to low plank, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog pose. Shine your heart. Exhale and release, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, looking forward. The right foot comes forward into a low crescent lunge. So your left knee is on the floor and you're reaching towards the front of your mat with your hips. So sinking in, sometimes I like to take my toes, my back toes, and just lay them on the floor. We'll lift our hands up to the sky for an open-hearted back bend. And then exhale, hands come down and forward. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Inhale, reaching it up. And exhale, forward. Taking our hands onto the mat, taking the knee off the floor for a high crescent lunge. Take a deep breath, reach it up. And then exhale. So come into your pose here. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel the strength in your legs. You can always stay on your knee. And then open the heart wide. Maybe open the hands wide. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another deep inhale and a longer exhale. Inhale, feel anything that is flowing from the heart. So often when people do this open-hearted practice, they can feel tears start to flood open or anger start to open. So just be open to whatever emotions arise for you as you clasp your hands behind you and open your heart even more. So I'm going to invite you to stay here, or if it's in your practice, humbled warrior. So coming into the inside of the right thigh, letting the head drop. You can be on your knee if you need. Letting the shoulder blades open and the heart open. Take a deep breath here and a long breath out. And another deep inhale and a long exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, take your hands to either side of the foot. Right foot meets your left in high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, shifting forward again. Low plank, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog and breathe. Inhale and exhale. A nice long deep inhale. And a longer exhale. Let the nervous system relax. Feel each breath. Open your heart center even more. And then slowly looking forward. Left foot comes forward. Right knee down. And then open to your low crescent lunge here. So play with it first. Feel the hips sink in. And then reach up to the sky. Breathing deeply. Inhale. Open the heart. Exhale, coming forward and back. Inhale, open that heart. And exhale, back down. 2 more times. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. 1 more time. Inhale. And a long exhale. Taking the hands on either side of the foot, curling the back toes up for a high crescent lunge. So reaching up, if you feel wobbly, you can hold on to a wall, or you can move the back foot and the front foot away from each other, making a wider stance here, and then lifting up. That feels stronger, so if it feels good to you, you can do this. And then open the heart center. Let it go really wide. Open the arms, take a deep breath in. And if there were a feeling or an emotion here that would arise from your heart, what would that emotion be? Taking a deep breath and letting whatever is here to be present with you now. Part of the reason why we can't get to our hearts and fully love with our whole heart is because we can't forgive ourselves for the ways that we treat our bodies and our souls and our minds and our beings. Exhale, taking the hands behind you, clasping open, and finding a sense of acceptance. Even if you have hatred and anger towards yourself as you exhale into humble warrior, can you just accept it for a moment? This is the first step to loving yourself, is accepting how you feel about yourself. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, placing the hands on either side of the foot. High plank pose or all fours. Inhale here. Exhale, shift forward, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, shifting back, downward facing dog. And just breathing here. Inhale. And a long exhale, maybe an open mouth. Another deep inhale. One more time. Inhale. Looking forward. Let's take our right foot forward. Our back foot squares. It's coming into warrior two. So taking the hands all the way up to the sky. Warrior two. Our hips are facing toward the side, but our right knee is coming out to the pinky toe. Feeling your 10 toes on the mat and sink into your base. Giving yourself a structure so that you can open your heart center. So this is a perfect example of allowing yourself, so I love this idea. If you're a spiritual person, how does that come out into your life? So it comes out by having a structure, a base, right? Here's my base so I can shine my heart to the world. Counting the Omer is like creating a foundation so that you can practice loving for the week. And every week is a different attribute. So here's my base as I open my heart to what needs to be shed and what needs to be open. Breathing deeply. And then inhale, taking the hands together. Exhale, taking the left hand to the back of the room like a bow and arrow, following your eyes. Inhale forward. Exhale, imagine just opening the heart a little bit more. Again, inhale. And exhale all the way to the back. And then inhale, let's lift it all the way up. So straighten the front leg, take your hands up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, warrior two. One more time, inhale, lifting. And exhale, lowering. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Right hand comes to the sky, left hand drops. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale, let's straighten the front leg. Taking the left hand to meet the right for a deeper sensation as we open our hearts in this mini back bend. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another deep inhale. And then exhale, leaving the feet where they are and the knees and the legs, your foundation. Taking the hands on either side of your body and coming into triangle pose. So I like to play with it first and take my hips to the front and the back. Playing with this first and then allowing your hand to reach forward as your left hip comes to the back of the room. See where your hand wants to land. Some of us want to take our hands to our thighs, some of us to our shins. Maybe if you have a block, you can take it to a block. Reaching your left hand up to the sky. So I'm going to invite you again to check into your foundation. So this morning, my foundation feels really wobbly. So how does your foundation feel? So as we create a keva, which in Hebrew means structure or building on something. And so as we create our foundation, our keva, I like to think of it as a nest, we can start to fly our heart open. So take a deep breath into your structure, into your foundation. You can look down. And then exhale, taking both hands on either side of the right leg. And the left heel comes up, high plank pose. Take a deep breath here, shifting forward, halfway down, elbows shave the ribs. Can you feel, as I come up and down, I can feel the buoyancy in my body. As we inhale, upward facing dog, shining the heart. And as we exhale, downward facing dog and breathe. Take a nice long inhale and a longer exhale. Another deep breath in And then looking forward, exhale. Left foot forward this time, right foot squares. Warrior two. So right hand can come over. I'm not facing you anymore, but I think we know where we're going. So again, foundation. Breathing into your foundation. Take a nice long inhale and a longer exhale. Another deep breath in. Can you feel your 10 toes on the mat? Creating a structure for yourself so your heart can fly. And then inhale. Right hand comes forward like a bow and arrow. Exhale, follow the hand to the back of the room. Inhale, forward. Exhale to the back. Inhale, forward. And exhale back. And this time, I think we'll do the same thing. Inhale, lifting our hands up and straightening the front leg. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand comes up to the sky. Feeling that nice open stretch. Take a deep, long breath in. And then deepen. And inhale, straighten the front leg. Taking the right hand to meet the left in reverse triangle. Take a nice, long inhale. Feel the body opening. Watch the stress, anxiety, and any other emotion blocking your heart fall away. And then exhale, taking the hands on either side of your body. So triangle pose, playing with your pose. Where does your hip want to land? And then letting your hand follow, reaching forward, taking your hand down, just skipping your knee as the right hand lifts up to the sky. Taking a deep breath into your triangle pose and a long breath out. Another deep breath in. And a longer breath out. One more breath. Feel the beauty of the foundation of your pose to shine your heart and open your armor, dropping it. And then exhale, looking forward, taking the hands on either side of the left foot. High plank pose. Feel your body here. And then shifting forward, halfway down, elbows shave the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, looking forward, bending the knees, walking or floating to the front of your mat. When you get there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, drop the hips. We'll just do a little chair pose before we head into balancing. So bending the knees, dropping the hips, feeling, I like to shift my weight to the back of my heels. I lift the 10 toes and then I begin playing with my heart opening. So it's so beautiful. I'm just recognizing all of the foundation and all of the work that goes into building the foundation so that we can fly, right? So fly here. Feel the buoyancy in your heart, even as your foundation bends into it and becomes concrete. You can still fly. And then exhale, hands come back. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, back. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, down. And then inhale, coming all the way up, starting I lost my words. Exhale, opening. Usually when I have people in front of me, most of my students know that I occasionally lose my words. So we're human, whether we are online or not. Take a deep breath, open your heart center. Open to your truth. Close your eyes for a moment and just breathe. And then exhale, taking your hands to your heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose for just a moment. So coming into mountain pose, taking your hands by your side if you'd like, closing your eyes and feeling the foundation of your feet on the floor. And then breathing your heart open, lifting up through the thighs as you engage your core, which allows your heart to shine open into full chesed. And just for a moment, think about today. Think about the people in your world today, whether you're alone in your home or filled with family, or perhaps you're going to be experiencing social interactions on Zoom or Facebook, wherever you have interactions, connections. And think about one action that you can take today to solidify chesed, love, inside of your heart and to bring it out into somebody else's world without the expectation of return. Just taking action and experiencing full love today. And then we'll head into, let's do one balancing pose. So we're going to come into dancer's pose. I'll give you a few options. Hopefully my balance is okay today. We'll see what happens. So dancer's pose. I'm going to face this way so I don't hit anything. You're going to take, I'll start here. You're going to take your right hand like a hitchhiker and put it down to your side. So I like to use a wall. If you need a wall, you can use a wall right here. Your right foot comes up and you're going to hold the instep of your foot. So see how my right foot is way out here? You're going to bring your right leg back into alignment with your body. Some of us are going to stay right here with our left hand to the sky or to a wall. If you have any low back issues, you want to stay right here. Others of us are going to play with dancer's pose and play with our balance. Falling is perfectly fine. As we reach up, I like to imagine I'm making a U or a V with my body. So we're not reaching down, we're reaching both parts of our bodies up and breathing here. Opening our heart, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, we'll go right into the next side. So left hand comes around, and we create that hitchhiker. My thumb comes out, taking the wall if you need, taking the insteps of our left foot, flexing the foot. See how I'm way out of alignment? Come back into alignment so your body's in one long line. And then play with it. Notice the difference between both sides. Right hand comes up. Maybe you're right here. Maybe you go a little deeper. Decide where your pose is today. Wobble if you need. Engage your core. It will help you balance. And breathe. Woo. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And come down. And shake it out. So we're going to head towards the floor. We'll just do two poses on the floor and Shavasana. Coming onto the floor. You know what? Let's go into pigeon. We haven't done that. I haven't done that in a while. Let's come into, I'm going to give you two different options. For those of you that are okay with your hips and your knees, you'll come into downward facing dog and we'll take our right leg to the sky. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your knee into your chest and then place your entire leg on the floor. It's bent. And take your left leg and reach it towards the back of the room. So my toes in the back are down. So we're going to play with half pigeon, and then I'll show you the more gentle version. You can be on your back if you're not going to come into half pigeon. So here you're in one long line. If you're hipping off, this is not the pose. You're going to come up again and then flexing the right toes and breathing here and feel your body in one long line. And then if you're on your back, you're going to take your right leg over your left thigh and hold on to the inner part of the left thigh, like figure 4. If you're in half pigeon, you can come all the way down or on your elbows, or maybe your head comes to the floor. You decide. Take a deep breath in and let your body relax. At the same time, very aware that our hips are opening, our heart is shining, and that perhaps deep emotion may arise from our pose. When you're ready, slowly coming up. If you're on your back, you're going to take your knees into your chest and rock side to side. If you're in half pigeon, I like to cup my hands and then just create a spinal opening. So a rounding, just like cat-cow opening. And then again, a rounding. I feel this nice long stretch in my left upper thigh as well. Opening. And then one more time, rounding down. And opening your heart center. Breathing it up, shining your heart to the sky. Feeling your body open, stretching. Clearing emotions that no longer serve us. And opening even more. And then switching sides. If you're on your back, you're going to take the left leg over the right thigh. If you're in half pigeon, just come into the downward facing dog and you can walk your dog out a little bit more. Just stretch it out. And then left leg lifts, left side half pigeon. Bring your knee into your chest. Lay the side of your leg down, bend the knee, and then feel the back leg and the toes gently rest on the floor. So again, you're going to feel differently from one side to the other. I like to start up here so I can really get into the midline of my body and situate myself. If you need a block under or a blanket or something underneath your left thigh, you can put it there. Flexing the toes and then coming down to your pose. Breathing deeply and relaxing and opening. Inhale and exhale. Another deep breath in and a long breath out. And then begin to cup your hands. If you're on your back, you can take your knees into your chest. We will meet you there. Cupping your hands and coming into that heart opening, bending and opening. Thinking about the attributes of the heart of chesed. Sometimes chesed are true loving kindness. Sometimes that means love with boundaries. Sometimes that means love with equality, giving and receiving. Sometimes it means a full, open-hearted giving. Looking at every situation, every moment is different. Slowly taking your hands down. Let's come into our downward facing dog and just walk it out for a moment. And we'll meet on our backs with anyone else who is on their back. Taking your knees into your chest. So here we're going to really squeeze it in and giving ourselves a nice open-hearted squeeze. So even though we're squeezing in, first of all, we're opening up the intestines. This is really a great pose for constipation, for digestive issues, which a lot of us have right now from all the stress and anxiety. So your body just needs so much nurturing right now. Whatever you can do to open your heart to yourself, to find chesed and loving kindness to yourself is so beautiful. So just breathe in and see first and foremost if you can love yourself just a little bit more. And then for our final pose, we're going to come into a spinal twist. Taking your both knees over to the right side, your left hand over to the left, looking over your left shoulder. And then just breathing here. Inhale and exhale. And then switching sides, taking the left, both knees over to the left. I don't have enough room. And then taking your head over to the right. And breathing. And then finally coming into your Shavasana. If there's any other poses you need to go through now, you can. But for the sake of time, we'll come into a comfortable lying down position. I'm going to come seated so I can lead you through a guided meditation, but just go where your body needs to go. Take a deep breath in and let your body sink into the earth. Here is your ultimate foundation, the earth, the groundedness of the earth, and just let yourself rest. And I'm going to guide you in a meditation that I often do myself at home almost every morning, because it gives me a foundation, a center for my body, mind, and soul to experience. And then it allows my heart to open wide open. So let's just begin by taking a breath in and then opening ourselves as wide as the world, which is what you just did with yoga. So look and see and experience how the armor has dropped a little bit more from your body. And perhaps taking your hand to your heart center and just asking yourself, if there was an emotion here that was blocking true love from giving and receiving true love, true chesed, what would that emotion be? And let yourself experience the emotion. Or if there's a picture in your mind that symbolizes a closed heart, what emotion comes from that picture? And take a deep breath, and for a moment, let yourself experience it. Let yourself open to your saddest, hardest emotion that keeps your heart blocked. And so often here at this point, I just sit and I allow myself to fully experience, whether it's tears or anger, whatever is here for you, let it be here. Let it engulf you for just a moment. And then taking a deep breath in, and I invite you to go a layer deeper to what's underneath that emotion. And that layer deeper is the beauty and love of your heart. So begin to imagine that your heart opens wide and see in your heart center all the people, including yourself, that you can love. Let your mind and your body come up with pictures and ideas of ways to love more. And it's not more, it's just opening up yourself to wholeness. There's nothing more that you have to strive to be. Just let yourself fully feel here. And use your intuition to receive messages of ways to live open-heartedly. And when you're done, I invite you to wiggle your toes and your fingers. I invite you to turn over in a comfortable fetal position and come up to a comfortable seated position when you're ready. Your hands can be at your heart center or by your side. And we always end our Jewish yoga practice with Oseh Shalom, bringing peace, bringing open-heartedness to the world and to yourself. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Taking our hands to the center of our intuition, opening up our heart, our mind, our body, our soul. Namaste and Shabbat Shalom. Chag Sameach. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful Passover. I will see you next time. I also offer, in addition to yoga, I offer the healing experience. So check in on our website or on our Facebook page and group, mysoulcentered.org or Soul Centered, to find out when I will be offering healing experiences. Usually Sunday nights I offer a healing experience of meditation or a discussion on ways to heal during this crazy time and beyond, and ways to tap into your divine energy, to the magic around you and inside of you. So Shabbat Shalom. Have a wonderful day.